Alrighty, what is up, college baseball fans? Welcome to another episode of the 11.7 podcast. It is opening week, and we are here to preview the weekend. We have some fun things planned, other than the weekend series pick'em competition that we're going to do here towards the end of the show. We will also preview some of the preseason tournaments going on. The MLB Desert Invitational out in Arizona, the Shriners College Classic in Arlington, Puerto Rico Challenge will kick us off 10:30 a.m. Eastern, maybe 9:30 a.m. Eastern. But yeah, we'll preview some of those tournaments, pick winners there, and really what we're going to start with is we did a field of 64 projection.
Let's go.
Preseason field of 64 projection that we're going to release here. I will read through all the team names, but if you join us on YouTube, you'll be able to see it as well. So I'm joined with Dimitri and Noah. We had to change the recording schedule, so Jack wasn't able to make it. He's going to broadcast Coastal Carolina versus Fairfield
Let's go.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday on ESPN Plus. So he's making big strides in the broadcast world. If you're bored on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, turn on Jack. Coastal Carolina taking on a really good Fairfield team. I know Noah's big on Fairfield. You think they have a shot to win the series, Noah?
They got a shot on, I don't know. I was going to say Friday, but that's fluky day too. So no. But Alexon will pitch well, but then I think Coastal they'll win Saturday and Sunday. It'll be close games, but they'll be comfortable wins.
Yeah. Dimitri just got back from visiting the Toreros, San Diego.
Yeah.
What'd you do? Did you throw a bullpen today?
Bullpen? No, we're not throwing bullpen. We're not throwing any bullpen.
He's just going to show up in Italy in July and just wing it.
Yeah, show off the merch they got you.
Shout out to Coach Holland and the Toreros and Ungrich. We got the
bullpen jacket.
Dugout jacket.
This is a podcast, Dimitri. Bullpen jacket. You got to say what it is.
Oh, yeah. We got a jacket, like windbreaker jacket, dugout, bullpen jacket, whatever you want to call it. So, yeah, shout out Toreros.
He'll be repping the really Toreros cool this year.
Yeah, and that's a day after Dimitri didn't put the Toreros in the mid-major top 25. Yeah. So that really shows their character on that coaching staff for letting him in the building. What an all-time miss by us. We should have had them top 5 preseason.
Literally, the text was, I think USD should be the number 25 team, and then just, no, it was Northeastern, right?
I think this is a great moment to show the people. It is the most unbiased rankings you'll ever find on the internet. We rank how we want to rank them. It doesn't matter if you're my wife, your husband, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever it is. It don't matter. You're going to get ranked where we think you belong. It don't matter.
Anyways, let's start off the show with the preseason field of 64. Spent a lot of time working on it. And, Noah helped contribute. Dimitri helped contribute. I did my work as well. So we will release the graphic on social media here probably the next day or so. But you guys are getting a first look at what it's going to look like. So here we go. Dimitri's sharing the screen, and boom. Field of 64 projections by 11.7. Texas, the number 1 overall seed, with a Texas mid-major is the 2. A team who hasn't played in above 80 degrees is the 3 seed, and some Northeast school is the 4 seed.
Keep an eye on the 2 seed Texas mid-major. I hear they have really good arms coming to Austin for this regional here. They should pose a pretty good challenge for the Longhorns.
Yep. UCLA, the 2 overall seed, they're going to be hosting the worst SEC 2 seed, preseason top 25 team that's now healthy, and a team with ugly-ass jerseys is the 4 seed.
Yeah, UCLA brought up all that talent back for the upcoming season, but that preseason top 25 team that's now healthy, I think they're hitting their stride, playing their best baseball right now.
Yep. We have LSU slotted at 3. Their 2 seed will be the high RPI mid-major team. Their 3 seed will be a random Pacific time zone team. and the 4 seed will lose by 20 on Friday.
Yeah, that 4 seed will lose by 20 on Friday, but I think they have the depth in the bullpen to last until Monday, Game 7 in that regional, Ben.
Coastal Carolina is the 4 seed. They're going to be hosting a preseason top 10 SEC school. The 3 seed will be an awesome color scheme team, and the Big South winner is the 4 seed.
Yeah, Ben, that preseason top 10 SEC school, they're going to provide the fireworks on and off the field in that regional.
Yep. We'll go over to the 16 overall seed. It's going to be a committee member school, and they're going to be hosting a cupcake as the 2, another cupcake as the 3, and an Ivy League school as the 4.
Ben, don't disrespect that Ivy League team. They made a lot of noise last year in that committee member schools region, and the cupcakes will be tasty.
I think the cupcakes are going to sprinkle a little.
There we go.
Little drama.
We should sprinkle the cupcakes a little bit to win that regional.
Yeah.
Plus 500 odds.
Sprinkle the cupcakes to win that regional.
Yep. We'll move down to the 15 overall. I don't know why I'm doing it in this order. I should have went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, but I don't know the way the graphics laid out. We'll go over to Louisville hosting the Big Ten second place team is the 2. The 3 seed will lead the country in homers, and then the 4 seed Wright State.
Yeah, this Louisville regional is going to be very powerful. We got 3 huge offensive teams there at Jim Patterson Stadium. Should be plenty of bombs.
Yep. The 14 overall seed matching up with the LSU Super Regional will be the UC Santa Barbara Gauchos, and their 2 seed that they're hosting is the Pac-12 Ghost. Just a Pac-12 Ghost team. 3 seed is a West Coast school you've never heard of, and the 4 seed is a California Conference Tournament winner. Pretty plain and simple there.
I mean, we're going to hear of that West Coast school in that 3 seed spot. We're going to hear of them this weekend.
Let's move down to the 13 overall seed, the North Carolina Tar Heels. They will be hosting the 2 seed, which happens to be the hottest SEC team, a team that just rattled off 4 wins in Hoover. Their 3 seed will be a committee member school, and the 4 seed is some weird mascot school.
Watch out for that 2 seed, the hottest SEC team. They are the Cinderella pick to get to Omaha, Ben. Everybody has them getting there.
Love that. Georgia Tech, we'll move over to Atlanta, Georgia. Georgia Tech is the 5 overall seed, and they will be hosting the second best team in Georgia as the 2. Who knows? Is that University of Georgia? Is that Kennesaw State, Georgia Southern, or Georgia State? They're 3 seed.
We do know it's not going to be Mercer because they're the 4 seed in this regional.
Yeah, Mercer will be the 4 seed in this regional, and then that 3 seed is a team that's head coach announced retirement.
A lot of magic there. I'm really liking the way the guys have rallied around that team. Watch out for them.
Yeah, they get that head coach retirement magic. We'll do it a little different. We'll move over to the 12 seed, the super regional matchup against the Southern Miss regional. Southern Miss will be hosting. They will be hosting a 2 seed that is pissed off for not hosting, an ACC team that shouldn't be in, and a military school. Pretty chalky there.
Keep an eye on the 3 seed, the ACC team that shouldn't be in. I think their lineup is the ability to catch fire and make a little bit of a run this year in the postseason.
Hey, Noah, who is the military school?
Navy.
Wrong. Army.
VMI.
Citadel.
All right. Yes. Let's see. So we'll go over to Kentucky, the 6 overall seed. They're going to be matched up with a 40-win Big Ten school as the 2 seed. The 3 seed will be the pain-in-the-ass Big East team. And the 4 seed, congratulations, is the Missouri Valley Conference Super Regional Team of Destiny.
Yes, Ben, the Team of Destiny, the conference that is 17-9 in regionals since 2021. Kentucky, sorry about it. MVC, the 4 seed, Super Regional bound.
Yep, and they'll be matching up against the Florida State Super Regional, who is the 11 overall seed, Seminoles. They'll be hosting their 2 seed, which happens to be the best pitching team in the nation. Their 3 seed is some mid-power 4 team that snuck in, and the 4 seed is a Florida mid-major who wins a game in this regional.
Ben, I think this is the weakest regional of them all. Florida State looks to be the head and toe favorite in the Tallahassee regional this year.
Yep, and we'll move on down to Auburn as the number 7 overall seed. Their 2 seed happens to be the hottest ACC team in the country. And then they have Troy as the 3 seed and the SWAC as the 4 seed.
keep an eye on little brother Troy. They're going to give Auburn all they can handle.
I love it. Matching up in the Super Regional with Oregon State, the Beavers are hosting 2 seed. That is the most dangerous Big 12 team. The 3 seed, hottest team in the country, and 4 seed, first round talent on Friday night, starting on the bump.
Ben, this is the strongest regional of them all. Everybody's going to be picking the Big 12 team that is dangerous to win the regional, and that first round talent's going to give Oregon State's lineup all they can handle.
Yeah. Speaking of dangerous Big 12 teams, we'll move down to the Arkansas regional, where there is a common occurrence of them hosting a red hot Big 12 team. We saw it in 2023 with TCU, 2024 with Kansas State. The Arkansas Razorbacks
2025 with Kansas.
Yeah, 2025 with Kansas. The Arkansas Razorbacks are the 8 overall seed, and that 3 seed in that regional is that red hot Big 12 team. The 2 seed is an offensive juggernaut, a team that puts up runs, homers like crazy, and then the 4 seed is some fake conference winner. Just a conference
add members to your conference, guys. We can't ride with just 6 teams in it.
Yep. And then that last super regional matchup is the TCU regional number 9 overall seed. The 2 seed there is a school with a Patriot mascot. The 3 seed is the best mid-major team from a terrible conference, and the 4 seed is just some nerd school.
Ben, that 2 seed with the Patriot mascot is going to be a force. They reload every single year, and I think they're going to give TCU a good challenge in that regional.
And there you have it. The 11.7 field of 64 projections preseason, which somehow it just always happens. When we get to May and early June, we will be looking at a bracket that looks just like this. Well done, Mel Kiper the third.
Noah, just phenomenal analysis. I would have paid money for that analysis.
Yeah, sign me up. ESPN, I'm good for hire. You can use me as just an independent contractor. Let's go.
Maybe a Chris Berman 3-minute rapid fire segment should be part of this show.
Yep. Well, that was fun. Let's do I guess like the structure of the show moving forward, I didn't plan out too well. I think we should go tournament
winners
preview. Picking tournament winners for those 4, pretty good tournaments. Then after that, let's do the weekend series pick them, and then let's get out of here. Sound good?
Yeah. I believe this is the part where I take over the reins just to lead on the pick side of things. We'll start with the Shriners College Showdown. 3 SEC schools, 3 Big 12 schools. Do the math. None of the SEC teams will play each other. None of the Big 12 teams will play each other. I won't run through the entire schedule of this one because we're going to do that. We're going to have to do that with the others. Oklahoma, Vanderbilt, Arkansas are the SEC representatives. Texas Tech, TCU, and Oklahoma State are the Big 12 reps. Who is going to be the best SEC school? Who's going to be the best Big 12 school in this tournament? Who has the best chance of going 3-0, guys?
Well, no, I want to take a little bit of time here. Like, let the people know that you're going to be in attendance. You bought your plane tickets in your hotel, you get media passes.
I haven't finalized it yet, but that is the plan.
Yeah, you'll be there. All right.
I always kick the can down the road, so
You were there last year, and I'm pretty sure you ended up like sleeping in the tunnels of Globe Life. You were there 20 hours a day. You put up some really good work while you're there. So give the people a teaser of what to expect from the Noah Beanick mystery bag of Arlington.
Yeah, planning on getting there Thursday. We'll have a couple of Pencil Talk style interviews. I don't know if they'll be up on Pencil Talk or 11.7 accounts, but you'll be able to see that. Just some fun stuff, and then afterwards, after the games, we'll have a couple of pivotal players or important impact players from each and every game that we'll feature. There's going to be a couple of articles from this. I don't know when those are going to come out, probably in the midweek afterwards. But yeah, there will be plenty of live tweeting and, just a good college baseball tournament that deserves some attention the first weekend of the year. And we're hoping to give that to you guys.
I can't wait to overreact on every game of this tournament. You got to crown a national champion. You got to
crown. That tournament is known for not overreactions, but it's known for legendary performances that hype the people up. Like throwback to who was it? Hager
last
Smith.
Last year there were 3 Omaha teams in this. Texas, Louisville, Arizona, and why am I blanking? There's
well, it wasn't LSU.
3.
It wasn't Coastal.
No.
It wasn't.
Gosh.
I don't know. You were there.
Yeah, maybe it was just
State
2.
was there. Oregon
State, TCU, maybe. Look it up, Noah.
Yeah,
You're making us look bad.
I'm blanking.
Oregon State, Arkansas,
Arizona, Louisville were there for sure.
Well, in the meantime, Noah, look forward to your coverage from that event.
It was only 2. I screwed that up. Arizona, Louisville, I drilled it. For some reason, I thought Texas went. Never mind.
No.
Texas didn't even make the Super. What are you talking about?
Nope, they did not.
But
what I will say about there's 2 things I want to say about this tournament. One, if you have the ability to support Shriners, like that is a very good nonprofit organization that helps kids all across the country. I think a lot of them are burn victims, if I'm not mistaken. But definitely check out Shriners, and if you can donate, they do a lot for college baseball, and they do a lot. Like that organization is big in the baseball world, so definitely give if you can. The other thing I want to say about this tournament is this is the tournament where I re-up my Flow Sports subscription every year. It's like solely for this tournament, and then I don't end up canceling it until like August because I forget every year, like $39.99 a month, just right out of the bank account.
$39.99 a month.
The prices are kind of crazy. I don't know if it's 39, but it's in the 30s.
Ben, you were right. Good pull on the burn injuries and spinal cord injuries for Shriners.
What is the quality these days of Flow Sports? I don't remember.
Good. It was good last year. They definitely improved it. They've improved it every year.
Hey, I don't want to say this too loud because we have some passionate college baseball fans that are on the opposite side of the coin I'm about to
used to be.
Dude, it's pretty good now. Flow Sports isn't bad.
Yep. It's improved a lot. Like I used to be good. I used to be one of those tweeters that Flow Sports.
Is Flow Sport video in the Synergy system though?
Yeah, I mean we get Flow video in Synergy,
so
but it doesn't matter. We also take like
because I was going through some Synergy stuff, and I remember the Arlington video. It is much better. In the Hagen Smith game, I remember it is better.
Yeah,
I just hate Arlington broadcast booth. I hate it. I hate where they
CAA conference plays on Flow Sports too.
Mm-hmm.
But I hate the camera angles right on line, 300,000 feet up.
That's just Globe Life, though.
Yeah, they did that for the Rangers game. Yep, imagine being an Astros fan watching Rangers games 18 times a year. It's awful. But anyways, so like this tournament is known for some legendary performances. Hagen Smith had 19 punch-outs, 18 punch-outs in 2024. This was like the oh my God, I just blanked on his name. Mississippi State, Landon Sims, is that his name? No, Landon, the Mississippi State pitcher that came in relief against Texas in 2022. Landon Sims. Just out of the bullpen. I think he struck out like 13 or 14 guys in 4 or 5 innings. It was an unbelievable masterclass. Like there's something about this Globe Life mound that college players, pro prospects love to pitch on. And then there's been some late game heroics too. Was it
Lucas
Arizona?
Moore walk-off against Texas last year?
Yeah, and like late game comebacks. It's a good tournament to watch. And I think if you're new to college baseball, sign up for that Flow subscription. You get that tournament this weekend, and then you get a couple more tournaments in the month of February that you get to watch. So I recommend it. But you said we have to pick a SEC champion and a Big 12 champion.
Yeah, just like the best team of the league, because they're not going to play each other. They could tie 2-1 possibly in their league of the 3 teams in their league. But yeah, Oklahoma, Vandy, Arkansas are the SEC teams there. Texas Tech, TCU, Oklahoma State are there. The SEC plays all of the Big 12 teams. Big 12 teams play all the SEC teams. So which team do you think has the best chance of going 3-0, just total? And then your favorite SEC team, their favorite Big 12 team.
I think the team that has the best shot of going 3-0 is probably, I mean, it's got to be Arkansas, right? I know there's some question marks because they're returning some, but not all. But it's just like gut instinct. It feels like Arkansas. Like it would be the most
Arkansas is going to have
trustworthy.
the most fans there. So to
Yeah,
your point there, TCU will compete with them in that aspect, but I do think the Hog Nation will show up big.
yeah. That TCU Arkansas game, I imagine, is going to have the highest attendance by like a good margin.
Saturday night.
Yeah, Oklahoma fans will travel. I just don't know if it'll be as in the masses that Arkansas will.
Sign me up for Bedlam. I think it's on Saturday. Oklahoma State. Those are the only times those two teams play each other this year.
That's crazy. No midweeks or anything?
Yeah, I asked in a media availability, I asked Coach Skip Johnson about it too, and there's kind of like a non-committal answer that they're going to continue trying to schedule the rivalry.
That's sad. You hate to see that. Oklahoma State now needs to be like what Clemson, South Carolina does, what Florida versus Miami does. That week 3 needs to be Oklahoma State.
They can do what Georgia Tech do. 3 midweeks and then play that last one of those midweeks at the Chickasaw Breakdown in Oklahoma City. Home and home, and then play a neutral site the third game.
Yeah, they play one midweek this year, but last year they played a series at Oklahoma State.
Oh. Wow. All right, and then my Big 12 team, I'll take Oklahoma State. I'm high on them this year. I do believe TCU is built for that ballpark, like the gap-to-gap power, pitching that keeps the ball down. But I think people are sleeping on Oklahoma State, and I know this is going to sound crazy, but I saw a video of them, and they look freaking big. They look like linebackers, college linebackers. It is a very physical team. So I'll take a wild card, assuming both of you are going to take TCU. I'll take Oklahoma State.
Give me TCU as my team to go 3-0, and give me TCU as my favorite Big 12 team, and give me Vanderbilt as my favorite SEC team.
Yeah, I'll go team most likely to go 3-0. I'm going to take TCU. Then I'll go TCU, Big 12, Arkansas, SEC. I'll take the chalk. I think both of these teams have played the most games respectively of the groups in Globe Life, and both of them have really good records. Like their fan bases show out. Should be a lot of fun to watch both teams. Arkansas definitely has a few more questions than TCU does, so that's why I'll take the Horned Frogs over Arkansas on Saturday night.
What's the Friday night game?
Friday night is Arkansas, Oklahoma State.
That'll be a good one too. Be a good uniform matchup.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's move on to the Puerto Rico Challenge, Noah.
Puerto Rico. So we've got 8 teams in Puerto Rico. I think this, first off, Puerto Rico Challenge, we got to do a little bit better on the marketing of this tournament. We need to put out like a schedule or a bracket or something. It just looks like, at least to me on paper, that we've got, a random mishmash of teams playing each other down there. Last year, I think they split 4 teams up in 2 respective cities and did pool play, and I liked it. This year, I have no idea what's going on. On Friday, Houston versus Wake Forest is the first college baseball game of the 2026 season. The next one down in Puerto Rico is Indiana State versus Manhattan. Then we got Washington versus NC State and Boston College against Seton Hall. Those are your 8 total teams down there. The Saturday games go as follows: NC State, Indiana State, Houston, Boston College, Washington State, Wake Forest, Manhattan, Seton Hall. And then on Sunday, NC State, Seton Hall, Houston versus Manhattan, Indiana State versus Wake Forest, and Boston College against Washington. Guys, the question here is, of course, which team will emerge as the best team down there in Puerto Rico? Last year, we saw Stetson go 4-0, winning the mid-major bracket, then knocking off Michigan in the midweek. Michigan, we saw upset Virginia, which was a little bit of foreshadowing of what possibly we were going to see from the Cavaliers baseball team for the first couple of months of the year. But at the time, that was a huge win. So best team down in PR, also matchup maybe that you're looking forward to most.
Well, I do want to first give credit to the Puerto Rico Challenge because I love the mix of teams here. It's not, all mid-majors. It's not all teams from like around that part of the country that are going to see each other. I mean, we're talking Manhattan, Washington State, NC State, Indiana State, Houston. Like they picked from all over the map. And I think that's a great experience, not only for the players, but it's for the fans. Yeah, getting to watch on TV or getting to experience it live in person. I love that, and I hope they continue to do that moving forward. Just like picking teams from all different points on the U.S. map. I'll tell you. So after we did our conference champion picks, started doing some more research. I think I'm a lot higher on University of Houston now. Um, it's a team that has slowly been building up, and yeah, they've lost some big prospects to the portal like Ace Reese after his freshman year, but Trey Broussard, I think, could be somebody that could fly up draft boards. Perfect mix of power and speed. And then another team that, after doing some more research, I think they're going to be sneaky good is Washington State. Last year,
They're not in this tournament.
Washington State's not in this tournament. It's Washington.
No, the Husky.
Washington, as in state, from the Washington State.
Oh, dude.
No,
all right.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that though at the beginning. I just said Washington, I believe. I think I said Washington versus NC State.
Oh, that's what it was. Well,
yeah, it's the Husky.
Watch out for Washington State this year. Honestly, now that I know Washington's in here, I'll pick them to win it.
Yes.
What Eddie Smith is building, golly. He had about 2 months after getting hired there last year.
Yes.
He lost a top 5 pick in the draft to the transfer portal right away to Oregon State. And then, he had to go rebuild quickly. Let's not forget, like he was the guy at Utah Valley that, golly, I'm forgetting the shortstop's or the second baseman's name from LSU last year, transferred.
Danny Dickinson.
Yeah, Dickinson was his his guy he recruited out of high school, played 2 years at Utah Valley. He's got an eye for talent. He was an assistant coach at LSU for a while, then took over head coaching duties at Utah Valley, and then took the Washington job. Haven't seen him play in person this year. Like, haven't seen any film on him, but I trust that he's going to be doing well. They got some names on the roster, so yeah, give me Washington to win it all.
Yeah, I like that Washington shout a lot. Dimitri, how about you?
I'm really curious, guy. Indiana State is a baseball school. Mitch Hanna's leaving. I really hope they don't just go into the cellar of the Missouri Valley. I think I'm really excited to see Indiana State. They get out of the cages. You guys got to remember, a lot of these teams that are coming from the north, they're getting out of the hitting facility. They're playing on little 50 meter by 50 meter little square makeshift infield inside their indoor facilities, and they just hit a pitching machine for the last 3 months of the winter. So beach ball.
Archuleta in the same right at Indiana State last year. Cupboard was bare. Like Indiana State was Western Kentucky of last year, where they lose 30 plus guys to the transfer portal. He comes in, wins 12 conference games last year. Like that's a hell of a feat. Everybody would love to win 12 games in their first year if they had to build a roster from scratch. Sorry to interrupt.
I'm pretty sure Archuleta built like a D2 dynasty for Southern Indiana before they moved up to D1. They were winning their conference every year, and I think maybe a couple national championships in their school's history. But hey, can you look and see if Washington plays NC State in this tournament?
Yes, Friday afternoon.
Oh, Friday afternoon. Love that. I'm so intrigued by NC State. Like, I don't know where I'm going to fall on them. At the end of the day, it's a team that we know is going to be playing their best baseball in late April, early May. But I am interested in this team for NC State. I just don't know. I don't know how high of expectations I want to put on them. But yeah, I will be watching Washington versus NC State.
Dimitri, your favorite game and the team that you think has the best chance of going 3-0?
I think my favorite game is the Manhattan Jaspers versus the Seton Hall Pirate. I think there's going to be 4 people there at the game.
I love how they're both probably 50 miles from each other, and they're going to play in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, I think that's the game to watch. There's going to be about more umpires there than fans. Probably more
nice.
people in the press box than fans.
There's going to be family and friends.
And locals will show up.
All the Puerto Rico baseball fans are mad. They're not happy right now. They don't like baseball right now. Guys, total random thought. I know this is so off topic, but Lindor breaks his wrist, his hand, whatever, right after not getting the insurance. How wild is that?
Wait, did he really?
Yeah,
he's on the 60-day deal.
How did he break it?
No
BP or live ABs or something. You know how big when you hit, sometimes you get that shock wave in your wrist.
Yeah, every time I check swung. Every time I got fooled on an off-speed pitch, it hurt my hand.
You feel that thing.
That was such a knee-jerk response.
That jolt of pain goes right up your wrist.
Wow, that sucks.
Anyway,
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, totally off topic. But hey, thank God he didn't get hurt in the Classic. Thank God.
Yeah. Who's your winner of the Puerto Rico Challenge?
The winner, I was trying to say it, but Ben wanted to talk about Washington State and Daniel Dickinson. But give me NC State.
All right, I'll go Wake Forest. I'll take the Demon Deacons. I think that weekend rotation's sneaky, really good. Like one of the better than I think they had last year, and could compete with the year prior to them having Chase Burns when it was Rhett Lauder in 2023. Yeah, and that group. I think this weekend rotation of Blake Morningstar, Chris Lavonis, and Matthew Dallas is really good. So give me the Demon Deacons.
The same Matthew Dallas.
That's what I was.
No.
That was Micah Dallas.
Micah.
Yeah. No, this Matthew Dallas was at Tennessee. He transferred out after his freshman year. So they went the same route with Chase Burns.
I remember that name.
So give me the Deeks in that one. Let's jump over to Surprise, Arizona, where we've got 4 teams. This is a traditional round robin weekend. 3 games between Oregon State, Arizona, Stanford, and Michigan. And then on Monday, Oregon State and Michigan will play a 4th game just as a one-off outside of the college baseball series in Surprise. But this is Beaver Nation South down here in Surprise, Arizona. They're going to have a bunch of fans here to face off against Arizona and Stanford, 2 former Pac-12 foes. And then Oregon State picked up a couple of Michigan transfers in the offseason. They'll play on Friday night.
I didn't know that. Oregon State got
Tyler Inge has a chance to be like a impact player for them this year.
Brandon Inge.
Yep.
I remember that one now. I remember that one. Go ahead.
Yeah, he's got a chance to take the starting shortstop job for the Beavs.
Does he really? Yeah. Dang.
Yep.
I guess that makes sense.
So,
but
favorite team to go 3-0 here. By the way,
Oregon State.
The Tony Pluta news sucks.
I hated that, dude. I mean, Noah, we saw him 7 months ago at the casino in Omaha after they got eliminated. Talked to him for a while.
Sat there and
super
talked
great
to him
guy.
for at least a half hour with him and his buddies.
Yeah. It was, I mean, such a good guy. I mean, I hate to see that a week before the season. Yeah. I know he was kind of dealing with eligibility stuff going into this year. Like they thought maybe he wasn't.
Well, no, I think he was draft eligible last year, like as a junior.
Oh, that's
and I don't think he, really did a bunch of draft stuff, and he was really wanting to come back to Arizona for his senior season. This is really unfortunate.
Well, I hope he gets a 5th year. He's a blast to watch pitch. Like he's a competitor, kind of that old school 90s. I don't want to say body type, but build. 90s pitcher, bowling ball, just tough to pick up.
It's the stirrups and his natural, his mannerism.
Just a bulldog on the bump.
Mm-hmm.
So you're with Oregon State here, Ben?
Yeah, like Oregon State. What day do they play Arizona?
I want to say that
Saturday at 2 p.m.
They play Saturday at 2. So number 2 starter. So you're looking at probably Ethan Kleinschmidt versus Owen Kremkowski, or is he going to throw Fridays for him?
Kremkowski Friday.
Bailey on Saturday. Smith Bailey.
Not much. I mean, that's a great matchup right
Yeah.
there. That's must-watch TV.
Yep.
So who are you picking?
He took
Oregon
the Bees.
State.
Oh, okay.
How about you, Dimitri?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm really curious. Year number 2 for Stanford after moving into the ACC. David Esquer, he always found the talent. He always has superstars on his team. And who knows if being in the ACC changes that little extra in the recruiting battle for to win some of these guys on the West Coast. I'm really curious to see what Stanford looks like in year 2. But with all that being said, I can't fade the Beavs.
Hey, does Oregon State play Stanford Friday night?
No, Oregon State,
no,
Michigan,
they play
2
Michigan.
p.m. Stanford, Arizona, 6 p.m. Arizona, Oregon State, 2 p.m. Michigan, Stanford, 6 p.m. Then on Sunday, Stanford, Oregon State, Arizona, Michigan, and then Michigan, Oregon State on Monday. So they play Sunday at noon.
Hey, the new Oregon State jerseys are awesome, by the way.
I didn't see them.
They're pretty sick.
Like the neon orange with beaver script across. It's beautiful. They wear it with the Benny hats. Oh, man. That's going to be.
But yeah, give me Oregon State. Arizona, hey, you lose Pluto. Maybe that guy that you didn't expect to steps up, and they're like, oh shit, we got another piece. We have another piece. So we'll see. I think Arizona will be fine.
Yeah, I'll make it a 3-way pick on OSU, but I'll talk about Michigan since we haven't really talked about them too much yet. I think sans UCLA, Michigan has the best pitching staff in the Big Ten. I think it's deep this year. You have Tate Carey, who's getting some like all conference nods, which shout out to Tate Carey. He was the midweek guy last year as a freshman, pitched excellent, had a 3.63 ERA. And then they have experienced arms in the weekend and Kurt Barr, David Lally Jr., and Cade Montgomery, all upperclassmen, all of them, talented with good stuff that throws strikes. Gavin DeVault has starting experience under him. And then there's young talent on this pitching staff that I love the pitching staff. The offense has a little something to prove, but going into the weekend, I think they have a chance to keep some ball games low scoring and hopefully pull out 1 or 2. So let's jump down to the final tournament that we're going to discuss on this episode. That is the MLB Desert Invitational. Also in that Phoenix Surprise area. This was my original first thought of where I wanted to go until I checked prices. Nope. But on Friday,
Arizona in February. Yeah.
What'd you say?
I said Arizona in February is a pretty popular spot.
It's a tough spot for independent media. That's what it is. On Friday, we've got not Indiana. We've got Iowa, Kansas State. We have UConn, Nebraska, Northeastern against Grand Canyon, and Air Force against Penn State. On Saturday, Penn State, Grand Canyon, Kansas State versus UConn, Air Force versus Iowa, and Nebraska versus Northeastern. And then on Sunday, Kansas State versus Penn State, Iowa versus Northeastern, Nebraska against Grand Canyon, Air Force versus UConn. And then Monday, just a couple of one-off games in this as well. We have Kansas State against Air Force and Stanford against Nebraska.
No,
guys,
one question.
Go ahead.
Why did you read the home team first in every one of those games? That just bothered me for some reason.
Because it's the way the website had it listed. So,
which website? Because I'm on the website too, and they have it flipped.
Oh, well then I was trying to back
MLB,
up Ben, so I'll throw Ben under the bus now.
That's hilarious.
Just copy and paste it from MLB.com.
Right.
Like every game is streamed on MLB.tv, I believe, for free, which is nice for this tournament.
Hey, and it's for the nerds out there. You get your StatCast.
Yes. You get StatCast at Globe Life too for the Shriners.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Hey, what I want to say about this tournament, doesn't it feel like at least 6 of these teams, probably 7, are like knocking on the door of like a potential deep postseason run? I think a lot of these teams, to like the naked eye for a non like diehard college baseball fan, you're like, oh, Iowa versus Kansas State, Yukon, Nebraska, Northeastern Grand Canyon, Penn State, Air
That's
Force.
one way to put it. I think the way that I was going to put it was I think all 8 of these teams are going to be competitive with each other this weekend because I think they're all bubbly tournament teams, maybe outside of Air Force. But
yeah,
I think Air Force is solid too.
I agree. I mean, Air Force was a regional team, let's see, 2 years ago at Texas, if I'm not mistaken.
They're kind of in a clump competing for a Midwest or a Mountain West auto bid rather than a bubble at large team. So
been a lot of talent too. Hey, Team USA has 2 Air Force grads for the World Baseball Classic in Griffin Jackson and Paul Skeen, not grads. I guess Skeen's transferred, but I mean they pump out good talent every year too. So like they're not. I would probably rate them the worst team of these 8, but they're still regional caliber.
Yeah.
Random question: Skeen didn't graduate from Air Force.
No, I don't believe so.
I know I said that. I corrected myself.
Yeah.
No. I'm asking. I had no idea. I didn't know.
He transferred after 2 years, so maybe he got an associate's degree, but I don't think he was that advanced in finishing up school so he could get a degree.
Are you these two? I think Penn State is improving. I think Penn State's going to be pretty good. 6th place or better in the Big Ten going forward. Then this year, next year.
Gambino's a hell of a coach.
Yeah,
I know. I really think Penn State's going to really improve. They've been totally irrelevant since we've ever started this thing.
And the best thing that he's actually doing is reviving the fan base and getting them interested in baseball. That's the number one step there, is getting people to the ballpark.
Nebraska, I really like their rotation, guys. I think Nebraska.
I love Nebraska this year.
Nebraska's got a good rotation, but all in all, I'm down on Northeastern. I'm really down on them. And we'll see. But, hey, Harrison Feinberg will be a spotlight in this tournament if you like old, good, talented position player.
Yeah.
I just wish Zach York was still at Grand Canyon, man. I know he's going to do great things at LSU, but he's such a Grand Canyon baseball player. I'm going to hate that.
Hey, don't you just love the tradition?
I'll make a pick
that
here.
game?
Yeah, I'll make a pick here. I like Kansas State. I think Kansas State, Nebraska, and Iowa. I think Kansas State, Nebraska, and Iowa are all destined for much better seasons this year. And like, if there's one thing that I'm silently rooting for, almost as much as Hawaii to host a regional, is just Nebraska getting back to Omaha. I want, like 2005, sometimes at night I'll turn on old YouTube videos of classic College World Series games, and what I would have done to be there in 2005 with Nebraska was it would have been a bucket list item for me when I was in 5th grade. So I'm going to try to will my way. I'm going to try to will the Nebraska Cornhuskers to Omaha this year, one way or the other. And yeah, so I think they're going to be much better, and I think they're going to win this tournament.
Yeah, I'll take it to Kansas State as my pick.
I think the Big Ten tournament championship games against UCLA, the last 2 years, the Big Ten championship game gives you a taste what Omaha would look like.
3 years. I think they've won it 3 years in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sure.
No, it's 2.
I'm pretty sure Will Bolt mentioned that they had like a guy like Ty Horn.
They made the championship game 3 years. I think they've only won the last 2. I could be wrong though. Shout out Ty Horn. That was one of the best outings of the year last year.
Yeah, and shout out Will Walsh, who just turns into a monster in this thing every year.
Yeah, give me. You know what? Give me Kansas State to win this tournament.
You're right. Maryland knocked off Nebraska in the semifinal in 2023, so they've won it 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. Kansas State's. Wait, did you just flip the Kansas State?
No, I said Nebraska, I'm picking to win it, but Iowa and Kansas State, I think, will come out as winners publicly. Like, people are going to be like, oh, wow. Kind of like Iowa did when they had Brody Brecht and they played LSU in the round robin.
Did you flip? He answered me. Did you flip the Kansas State, Dimitri?
I never made a pick.
Oh, well, who's your pick?
Kansas State.
Damn it. Yeah, you did. All right. I'm not going to talk about. I think you said it like as Ben started talking or something like that. All right. I'll flip to.
I said, don't you guys love the tradition of opening day sunset at Grand Canyon when they broadcast their games?
Gotcha.
Every year, the Tennessee was like 2 or 3 years ago. Last year with Grand Canyon, somebody. But yeah, they always get that primetime TV slot in this tournament.
MLB Network.
Any thoughts from K-State on you, Dimitri?
Any thoughts on what?
K-State from you on your pick, or no?
No, I think we pretty much covered it.
All right. Yeah, I'll talk about K-State then, because they lose Maximus Martin, who was like an absolute stud for them last year. They're rebuilding the pitching staff a little bit after losing all 3 starters, but they're my pick too. I'm going to take the Wildcats here. Lincoln Sheffield expected to be the ace. Last year, he only walked 19 guys in 74 innings, and he struck out 70. I think he takes a step up here and is a really good senior starter for K-State. Speaking of senior starters, Carson Liggett, remember that name, formerly of Louisville. He's going to be in the weekend rotation.
What did you say? Who? Carson Liggett?
Carson Liggett, not Liggett.
Liggett.
Yeah, they both had the same first name.
Liggett, because he went to Mississippi State. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, Liggett. He's coming off of arm surgery. I think it was elbow. I don't want to put that out there confidently, though. So he missed last year, but he's in the weekend rotation for the Wildcats. But they have third baseman D. Kennedy, who's formerly at Texas. He had a solid year last year with 11 home runs. They bring in Grant Gallagher, Ben, who was the shortstop of ETSU's SoCon regular season winning team. He hit 21 pumps last year at the shortstop position. So
he's like a little Dustin Pedroia. He's not very big, but man, he's an electric player.
So he packs a punch. Speaking of electric and not very big, Shintaro Inoue, their second baseman, is a lot of fun. And Bear Madliak gives you a very sturdy presence behind the plate. So Kansas State, looking forward to them this year. I think they're a little bit under the radar. Myself, I'm overlooking them a little bit. I picked them 10th in the Big 12. I definitely think they're going to overperform that expectation, but I kind of liked a couple of other teams a little bit more. But K-State.
Who did they lose to in the Super Regional a couple of years ago? Was it
Virginia?
Virginia, that's right.
Yep.
All
right. Weekend pick'em. Do you want to pull it up and share your new design, Dimitri?
Yeah, Dimitri, while you're pulling it up, I'm going to give the fans a rundown real quick.
Shout out Home Field too.
Yep. So the weekend series pick'em, we've been doing it now, 7 years between Dimitri and myself, but then let's see, 3 years ago, or 2023, we made it a Patreon competition because so many people were asking to compete against us and compete against other college baseball fans. So we picked 6 of the top series in the country, and all you have to do is pick the winner, best 2 out of 3. You can get a registration through our Patreon account or through our website. And they're not always like the highest profile teams. It's more of evenly matched teams. And then it's every week throughout the regular season. Dimitri keeps the standings after you submit picks. And then we revisit those picks on Sunday night and recapping the weekend. There is a grand prize again for the winner of the weekend series pick'em competition season long. And then you also get an entry into our Survivor contest, which all you do is pick like the most confident weekend series that you're like, there's no way Mercer loses 2 out of 3 to Troy. And if Mercer wins 2 out of 3, then you advance to the next week. If Troy wins 2 out of 3, then you don't get picks for the Survivor anymore the rest of the year. So as long as you get that number 1 pick right, the one you're most confident in, you will move on all the way to the end of the year. Dimitri, I think last year you made it to the final week in the Survivor. Was that last year or 2 years ago?
I made a deal with the guy for the final 2.
Yeah. So it's fun. Really easy to sign up.
Yeah. Talk about the grand prize a little bit more in depth. You get the tickets, the stay.
And then Dimitri's got to pull the homepage back up.
$50 Uber card, I believe it was the grand prize.
Yeah,
and
so
then,
It's an Omaha grand prize. So grand prize winners for each contest is a 2-night stay at hotel/Airbnb in Omaha during the College World Series, 2 tickets to the first 4 games opening weekend. So you'll get 2 tickets for both sessions Friday, or is it Friday, Saturday this year or Saturday, Sunday? They switched it up on me
Friday,
recently.
Saturday.
Yeah, so you get 2 tickets to those 4 games, $50 Uber card. Airfare is not included, so you would have to buy your flights or drive if you live close. But yeah, we've given the winners the last 2 years this exact same prize package. We got to meet up with them in Omaha, hang out at the bars and stuff across the street. And then there's going to be some like home field apparel prize packages throughout the season. Like if you go 6-0, you'll be entered to, with everybody else that went 6-0, to see who gets the home field prize package for that week. And then like Josh from Home Field hooked up the winners from last year with some merch bundles and things like that from Home Field Apparel. So they're great partners of ours. This is their 3rd year sponsoring our weekend series pick'em. If you've never checked out Home Field Apparel, go to their website, look at all of the cool vintage, and like they have 200 plus schools. Dimitri will pull it up here. He went to homefield.com, homefieldapparel.com. And 200 plus schools, awesome retro designs. They have baseball jerseys. They have bomber jackets, T-shirts, hats, everything you can imagine. So definitely give our sponsors some love there, as a lot of you guys have over the years. They've done some really cool stuff.
Yeah, they have awesome stuff. That's cool. 1985 East Carolina pullover. So yeah, go check out Home Field. We will try to get you guys an updated code. For now, I think you can use CWS25 until we get the new code updated.
Cool. All right, let's do the weekend series pick'em. So the 6 series that we picked for this weekend: UC Santa Barbara at Southern Miss, which is a number 2 versus number 4 in our mid 25. Going to be an incredible atmosphere down at the Pete. Sold out crowds, all 3 games, standing room only. And then like the biggest series of the weekend is Troy at Mercer. I can't believe Troy is playing at Mercer. I'm going to miss it. But I will watch on TV. Missouri State at Louisiana Lafayette. Another just power of 2 teams that have had postseason success the last 10 plus years. Huge fan bases, and a great Louisiana Lafayette has an unbelievable ESPN Plus broadcast. You can even listen to games on the radio online, which is awesome. Their broadcasters are great. The stadium, the atmosphere, it's going to be special down there. Cal Poly at Campbell. I know Dimitri's huge, and I think Noah, did you also pick Campbell to win the CAA last episode?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I just took him as a long shot there.
Yeah, but I mean, Campbell hype is back, and then Cal Poly comes in having one of the best seasons they've had in a long time. So like that's going to be a competitive matchup. It reminds me of 2 years ago, Santa Barbara opened up at Campbell, and Campbell won like 20-7 game 1, and then
Santa Barbara blew them out, and then Campbell came back to win the next 2.
That's what it was. Santa Barbara blew them out game 1 against Harrington, I think, for Campbell on the mound, and we were like, "Whoa!"
Yeah.
No, it wasn't Harrington. It was
Cooler. Cade Cooler.
Cade Cooler. And then Campbell came back and won the weekend series. That one was a week 1 weekend series pick'em, our first year doing it with the contest. I remember that. San Diego at Charlotte, another West Coast East Coast matchup. Dimitri's wearing his San Diego gear right now that they just gave him yesterday or today. It would be shocking if he picked Charlotte there. But
that would be such a tough look if he takes the 49ers wearing San Diego gear.
But Charlotte also has a good ESPN Plus broadcast. So if you're bored, tune into those games too. It's going to be interesting because those are both teams you never want to see in your regional.
Yeah.
Like the talent is there. The record doesn't always show it because both of these teams traditionally have played unbelievable out-of-conference schedules. Like first 3 weeks of the season, all top 30 RPI teams. So that'll be fun. And then a wild card here for you. Illinois at South Florida, two teams that like haven't traditionally been great, but the pieces this year that both of these teams have suggest that like they could be really good. Like I'm high on Illinois right now. I think what they're doing is special up in the Big Ten, recruiting like they're recruiting more nationally, not just locally, which I think will help benefit them. So, anyways, that's my little spiel on all 6 games. Let's pick some winners and then let's get out of here.
Ben, I just have to say one thing. I think it makes me so happy every year how you are high on every single team in the country. You are high on everybody. You're high on everybody. You're high on Illinois. You're high on Nebraska. You're high on Washington, the whole state of Washington.
I think I'm just high on the Big Ten this year.
No, that's a wrong move.
I don't know. I just fall into the Big Ten hype because these teams want to be good. Like they want to be SEC caliber, and they're doing everything they can to keep those kids up north. I don't know.
I love the Big Ten, and I root for Big Ten baseball to be great. I don't see it on paper this year. I hope they prove me wrong. Yeah, let's make some picks. You want me to lead?
Somebody lead.
All right. Let's go down to Hattiesburg for the best series of the weekend. The Gauchos come in with a loaded mid-major weekend rotation against Southern Miss, who I think has one of their best offenses they've had in a long time. They bring back a couple of key pieces. Yes, they lose a couple as well. Guys like Nick Monaster and Carson Pato are two program like stalwarts that are gone. But they add Kyle Morrison from South Bama. They add Caleb Stelly from Louisiana, both of them excellent Sun Belt hitters that hit 300 plus last year. Give me Pete Taylor magic. I'm going to unfortunately go against my Gauchos that I have playing in Omaha this year. But I mean, we talk about it a lot in the 11.7 contest. A lot of these series by design are 50-50 coin flips or close to it. Home teams typically win college baseball series. It's no secret. So I'm willing to give that out as a tip for everybody competing in this contest. It's how I've basically come in, I think, top 15 in both years or something close to it, if not. But yeah, Southern Miss for me in this one.
I love it. For me, it comes down to who wins Friday night between Jackson Flora and Colby Allen. And like that's going to be a 1-0, 2-1, 2-0 type of game. If Santa Barbara can go in there Friday night, shut the door, I think their offense is better than Southern Miss. Southern Miss has that Pete Taylor magic where I imagine Saturday they're probably going to win on a walk-off. And then Sunday, both, like I'm pretty sure Santa Barbara's offense is going to be better this year than last year. I think their offense –
in our preseason bracketology projection, we had both of these teams hosting. You know, it's such a fine needle pick to take here.
So here's my projection. A 2-1 game Friday, Southern Miss walk-off Saturday, and then the rubber match Sunday. I kind of feel the Gauchos here. I think the Gauchos are ready to make a statement under Coach Chicklets.
Check-its.
Chicklets are gone. Sorry, Check-its. It's 1 a.m. here. 1:30 a.m. here. I'm sorry, Coach Check-its. Yeah, I think I'm going to take Santa Barbara is going to win this series. I'll roll with it. This might be the first time I've ever picked against Southern Miss, and I'm sorry to my brother Will. He's going to be mad at me, not talk to me. I'm going to go with my gut. I think the Gauchos win this.
I don't know how it all started with Southern Miss fans think I hate them, and I think they hate me now too, which makes this choice even easier. Give me the Gauchos. They're gonna sweep. Southern Miss stinks. Give me the Chos. Okay, now the bit is over. No, I think this is the granddaddy of them all in mid-major matchup. Santa Barbara, Southern Miss, two of the best. You can't even. I mean. In school terms, they're mid-majors, but in baseball terms, they're not mid-major. I think that's a good way to put it. These are powerhouse programs. Jackson Flora, Colby Allen Friday night is going to be an absolute dandy. to kick off the college baseball season. And if you're trying to recommend to a friend to get into college baseball, this should be one of the games on your short list of recommendation to get them to like the sport. Because the atmosphere is going to be phenomenal. The talent's going to be on full display. Absolute fantastic matchup. But I think I like Santa Barbara. I think they're a little deeper on the mound, especially early in the season when your starters are going to go in 6, 7, 8 innings. You're going to probably get 4 out of Flora. You're probably get 4-ish, 5-ish out of Colby Allen. They're not going to get stressed too much this early. Santa Barbara's a little deeper in the bullpen, and I like them there.
You guys are giving the early nod to Colby Allen, and I'm all for it. Experienced arm getting the start on Friday night. He was the closer last year. Keep an eye on Graydon Harris. Keep an eye on the Southpaw Star. I think he's got a chance to really blossom this year on a national scale.
Yeah, I agree. It's going to be tough to go from closer to starter, and I think his leash will be even shorter early in the year.
Yeah. I think one of those two teams is making Omaha this year.
Yeah. Shoot. I've got UC Santa Barbara in my real Omaha 8, right. And then an Omaha 8 draft. I have Southern Miss. So I'm right there with you.
Speed this up.
Yeah, this one will be quick. Mercer, Troy. Why is this here? I'm just kidding. Ben, this is your series. You want to lead?
I do. We started this podcast back in 2019, and I got spoiled with Mercer winning the SoCon and making a regional. Since then, they haven't made a regional, which is the longest drought they've had since like 2010, or like from 10 to 15. So I've done my due diligence, and like I've put the bias aside. What are you shaking your finger?
10 to 15?
Oh, you're right. 13, they made it. Oh, wow. Yeah, so like this is an unprecedented drought for Mercer baseball. But anyways, going back to what I was saying, like I did my due diligence, and usually going into the season, I'm just ecstatic for Mercer baseball. I get the fan butterflies in the stomach being like, oh, this is our year. This is our year. I am 100% confident that Mercer's going to have the best season they've had in probably since 2019. If you don't count 2020 when they were like 14-3. But this is their best team. Logan Shepard comes in from a junior college out in Washington. He's got 25 homer potential. Like I've seen his TrackMan numbers. The ball flies off his bat. He's gonna be hitting in the middle of the order. They return a good couple pieces in like Titan Kamaka, but it's really the pitching. The pitching this year is the best they've had, maybe since Dimitri was in school in 2013. 2014, 2015. They got dudes throwing 96, 97, 98 miles an hour. 2 of them are two-way players, and I think they're going to have 4 guys drafted off this year's staff. But with all that said, I think Troy wins the weekend. I think Mercer wins 1 game, and I really think Troy wins this weekend.
Man. Oh, my God. You guys are going to love this. I wrote Troy, and I go, dude, what am I doing? He's picking Mercer. I knew you were going to pick Troy. I knew you were going to do it.
Mercer will be very competitive. Mercer will be very competitive, and they will win 1 game. All 3 games are going to be within a run or 2. But I think Troy has more experience, more depth, and the ballpark plays in their favor way more. Like Mercer's got 2 power pieces. Troy's got about 6 or 7, and it's a tiny ballpark. So even if you throw 97, 98, the ball could land 400 feet away or 305 feet and be a homer. So this is also the first time I've ever picked against Mercer in a weekend series pick'em. So very unprecedented territories going against Southern Miss, going against Mercer. But this is a new year, new me.
I'm on Troy too. I think the strength of Mercer's team is the pitching staff, and I think the strength of Troy is off the offense. And I think the Trojans will ultimately prevail in the series.
I think you guys are slightly mistaken. We might have the talent on the pitching side of things. Pitching coach departed in the middle of the fall. New pitching coach came from somewhere in the Indiana, Ohio, Illinois area. I forget where.
Either Kent State or Toledo. I forget too.
Kent State pitch. He was like director of pitching at Kent State or something. Guy, I'm telling you, it's a hard place to teach pitching. There is a very fine strategy to pitch in that ballpark. You walk a guy, 2-run homer. You get in the jam, you've got to learn how to not give up home runs in that ballpark.
Ben, I believe he's saying not everybody can be Dimitri Cordes.
Yeah, Dimitri had a sub-2 ERA one year.
The point is, that's not the point. It had nothing to do with me.
The point is, that's not the point.
That had nothing to do with me. It is a hard place to pitch. It doesn't matter if you throw 97. These hitters, they see 97 often. I'm not saying every day, but they see it often, and it's a tough place to pitch. I just don't see that where you guys are the highness on Mercer pitching. Hey, I'll be totally wrong if I am. But yeah, give me Troy 100 times out of 100 times in this series.
Oh, that's crazy to say.
No, it's not.
100 times out of 100 means you think they sweep and basically run rule Mercer every game.
So are you putting your money where your mouth is? Is Troy your survivor pick this week?
Nope. That's the next series.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, I like this one too. I'm also going to go with the road team in Missouri State and Louisiana. Really interesting one here down in the Teague or at the Teague. Again, going to be an outstanding atmosphere for college baseball opening weekend. Louisiana, unfortunately, their ace went down in the offseason with back injury. He's not out for the year, but it is an undisclosed amount of time. Chase Morgan will miss the beginning of the season. So we're looking at a rotation of most likely J.R. Tollett and Andrew Herman with some transfers. And it's solid, but I don't know if it's going to be a good enough pitching staff this year to hold down the offense that Missouri State has coming back. Up and down the order, I think this is one of your best mid-major offenses you're going to find in the country. I like the Bears here too.
Do you remember a few years ago when Irvine traveled down to Louisiana? And I think I made the comparison that like those California boys, like the weather's not going to bother them, but it's the smell of Natty Light in the air on opening day, opening weekend at the Teague. I mean, 100% of the people there over the age of 13 will be drinking alcohol. They'll be heckling you. It's just going to be a completely different atmosphere than like what Irvine, I think it was Irvine, what Irvine's used to.
No, it was Irvine that went down there 3 years ago.
Yeah. I don't think that's the case here for Missouri State. I think they're going to feel comfortable. I've been through Springfield, Missouri before. It's different than Lafayette, but I mean they're going to feel right at home for the most part. So I am also taking Missouri State. This is more of me believing in the preseason research, and then as Noah said, Chase, what's his name? Not Chase Evans.
Morgan.
Chase Morgan. I went to high school with a kid named Chase Evans, or not high school, but my brother did. Yeah, Chase Morgan is out, and I think that's a big factor. But at the end of the day, like Deggs is going to play Deggs ball, and they'll be prepared. I think it's a 3-game series. Like it'll go 1-1 going into Sunday. But I think Missouri State, Caden Bokenpole, big homer late. Give me the Bears.
Yep, give me Missouri State. I think Louisiana's going to struggle this year, especially in the Sun Belt. I don't think they're deep enough. I think they have some good players. I just don't think they're deep enough behind those good players. But I really hate taking 3 road teams because I'm looking at the next series and I'm like, that might be 4 in a row. So,
well, it's funny. I've also taken 3 road series. So congratulations to Southern Miss, Mercer, and Louisiana.
I've taken 2 so far. But I think that's by the nature of us choosing really good series. We kind of want the public to be on the road team. That way the underdog at home has that chance to really kind of pay off for some people that are bold enough to take it.
Well, it's the sports book. We are the sports book.
We kind of are in a way. We're just choosing the matchups, Let's take you to the other one that Dimitri was just talking about, where we've got a home dog in Campbell, which they love being the underdog, and the nobodies from nowhere as they host Cal Poly as they're heading to nowhere, Bowie's Creek, North Carolina there. Cal Poly is a team that I was really high on doing our mid-major research and also writing them up in the Diamond Report for the Big West. Talked about them quite a bit on this pod, I believe, already, so I'm not going to go in depth on Cal Poly. Campbell, I think, is going to be feisty this year. Admittedly, I don't know a whole lot about their pitching staff and how good or not good it may be for the upcoming season, but the lineup is going to be able to hit it, hit some, hit with power, hit with average this year, I believe. But I am on the Mustangs as well. Give me another road team in this pick'em weekend, opening weekend.
God, 4 road teams.
Yeah, I'm actually I'm gonna go 4 road teams too. I hate that I hate that it lined up this way.
Yeah.
And in fact, I'm like peaking at 6 road teams. Maybe I just fully commit to road teams because these last 3 series, in my opinion, I think are the most like coin flip series. They're teams that you don't typically see play each other. I don't have much intel on these last 3 matchups. It's more of a gut feeling, and like so, Dimitri, a few years ago, Santa Barbara won Friday against Campbell, and then Campbell came back and won the next 2.
Correct.
That makes me love Campbell. It's
Let me.
pretty
Can I make my
similar,
pick and we go back to you?
yeah, that's fine.
The more I've thought about this, the easiest pick on the board. Give me Campbell at home. Cal Poly came off a great season. A lot of people are really high on them. I'm not really seeing where the high is. I think it's an Irvine, Santa Barbara, Big West this year. Cal Poly's got good pitching. They've got good pitching. But I think this is the year Campbell. They're coming off a year. It was a big transition year. Guy with Justin Hare was there for 10 plus years. The foundation was set. They needed a transition year. I think Campbell will be ready to go this year.
Cal Poly has good pitching, but they also had the best team batting average in the Big West last year, and they bring back a couple of big hitters.
Hey, keywords last year. Give me the Campbell. Roll damn home.
Yeah, I'm taking Cal Poly, and I'm going to commit to the road team bit here. Week 1, you got to get funky. I'm going to take all 6 road teams. I'm probably the only person, game theory wise, to be that bold and take all road teams. But if you're going to take a risk, you got to take it early in this competition. And I plan on winning this competition, so yeah, I'll take Cal Poly, and I'm going to take San Diego. And I'm going to take Illinois too, just to make it quick.
All right. Yeah, San Diego is at Charlotte, another West Coast team heading over to the Atlantic coast. My home team here is the pick. I'll take Charlotte. Really love kind of the research that we were doing on the mid-major top 25 on Charlotte. Kind of didn't really love a whole lot of what I was seeing on paper out of San Diego. Again, as I always say, I hope they prove me wrong in that aspect, but I really like what Charlotte's got on the roster this year. Andrew Cribbs, most likely the Friday night starter, is the Tennessee transfer. He was excellent for them last year. Drew Munn's a high 90s arm coming in after the season he had, which was really good for Central Connecticut State last year as they were a tournament team. I think they've got the pitching pieces, and when Robert Woodard has a good pitching staff and he can mate that with a good offense, like the pitching staff is always usually there for Charlotte. It's the offense. When they can swing it is when he's got really good teams, and I think the 49ers are going to be a really good team for this upcoming season. I like Charlotte in the home series here to win it.
It's funny. I picked Charlotte to win the AAC in our last episode, but I am going to go with the Toreros, San Diego.
Guys, I think the police are about to knock on my door and arrest me for what I'm about to do right here.
You going to take Charlotte?
No way.
I'm gonna pick San Diego, but Charlotte's gonna win this series. I mean, dude, I can't be covered head to toe with Sandy Torero gear and pick the 49ers. But I think Charlotte's gonna win. I'm basically being framed for murder right now.
Oh, this guy at the beginning of the podcast said this is why we're not biased, and then now he's wearing all San Diego gear and he's picking the Toreros.
What do I do here? Charlotte's gonna win this series, but I have to take San Diego. I mean, maybe I just do this, take all this stuff off, and then I can make my pick. Here's what we're going to do. All right. Gears off. Go Yankees, by the way. Give me the Charlotte 49ers.
This is just even worse now.
Give me the Charlotte 49ers and go Yankees.
The Tigers are winning the American League this year.
That actually makes me sick that you're a Yankees fan.
Illinois, South Florida. Mitch Hanna's boys host a Great Lakes region team that he's probably pretty familiar with. Here with the Fighting Illini. The Bulls were a team that we were kind of bullish on and put in our mid-major top 25 power rankings in the preseason year. And Illinois is a team that is kind of having a retooling of the pitching staff. They bring in Western Kentucky's pitching coach, who was a top 5 pitching staff last year. And the offense is quite loaded for these guys this year. They bring back quite a few pieces from last year's team. Colin Jennings is a really good outfielder who hit extremely well for them last year, 286 with a 1078 OPS and 16 bombs. Kyle Shupman's back as a redshirt junior. He had 13 homers and a 934 OPS. Their catchers are usually really good at this school. Will Johannes didn't have a whole lot of opportunity last year as he was behind like a really good catcher that slipped my mind right now, but he had an 824 OPS last year. Jack Zebig is back. He'll move from shortstop to second base. Nick Groves, Cameron Chialoy in the outfield. The offense is loaded. They steal Minnesota's ace and Kyle Remington. Illinois got a real fighting chance to go down there to Tampa and take the series. We saw this, though, at the beginning of last year. South Florida knocked off Iowa in a very similar series. Give me USF and the Bulls to begin the year off on the right foot under Mitch Hanna's. I like USF here.
You had my only 2 things prepared for this series. You just said them both. First thing I was going to say is, like, if by chance these are on your sports book that you use, I will not be betting on this game, but the over has got to be very appealing for all 3. South Florida had to retool their whole starting rotation. I think all 3 guys left from last season, and then Illinois is just so offensive. And the field they play at, it can be very hitter friendly, especially depending on like which way the wind's blowing. But it sits, I don't know, it must sit away from, I don't like away from like where I'm trying to do directions in my head. I think it sits center field pointing the west, so like it usually blows out. So yeah,
Where?
I would look at the overs there.
Where?
At South Florida's field. I forget what they call it.
Their field is pointing to the northeast.
So the wind blows out to left center.
Well, you have to remember they're probably 15, 20, they're probably like 20-ish, 25 minutes, 20 minutes from the bay, which is another probably 30, 40 minutes from the actual ocean. So they're pretty inland.
Anyways, it's a hitter-friendly atmosphere for the most part. I think both teams' strengths are their offense. But yeah, the other thing I had prepared was we saw a similar matchup last year, South Florida, Iowa, who I think was in the weekend series pick'em.
Yeah.
So like it's like maybe it'll be the same thing, but I'll ride with Illinois. I trust those guys.
I have 2 picks to make here. I'm taking the Toreros. It's official, confirmed. I'm taking San Diego, and I'm taking South Florida.
All right.
Give me Mitch Hanna's club. I think the Bulls, they're at home. Illinois is excited to get outside. They're going to come down. They're going to play feisty. They're going to play fun with a lot of energy. But I think South Florida's ready to go.
All right. Survivor picks. Let's
and
click
you are
them.
seeing me save the picks, and they are saved just for anybody that's watching. If you change the pick, you can save again. But if your original picks are there, you cannot save, just for anybody that's watching.
Yeah, so we jump on over to the Survivor contest, and now let's click and hit submit on one Survivor pick, each of us here. Ben, I'm stuck between 2. I'm either between Troy or Charlotte. In the Survivor, I like taking home teams. Give me Charlotte.
I think I got bounced last year after week 1, and I kind of plan on doing the same thing this year. Let's bring back the game theory. When everybody zigs, you got to zag. I imagine the Survivor picks are going to probably be Troy this year, and I'm not picking Mercer to be my Survivor. But I think the second most popular pick is going to be South Florida, if I had to guess.
If you want my opinion, I think it might be Cal Poly.
If I had to pick, it's going to be Southern Miss.
I don't know. These are kind of
Everyone's
tough.
going to pick Southern Miss at home. Everybody and their mother is going to pick Southern Miss at home.
I'll go Illinois. I'll go in. I'll go Illinois.
Interesting. Yeah, I think I'm gonna, I think, I think Missouri State wins. I don't think Louisiana is very good this year. When we did the research on them, they're not good. They lost a lot, and their returning pieces are not very, very promising.
Their
overall.
home field advantage scares me a little bit.
It's what scares me. It's the only reason why I'm not smashing it. Troy or Missouri State are my two picks.
Okay.
I'm going to go Missouri State.
And shout out to everybody who's already signed up for the 11.7 Pick'em and Survivor Challenge. We have 77, my number, currently signed up for the contest this year. That number needs to go up, though, as much as I do like the number. And yeah, go sign up through Patreon. Dimitri's going to basically be, admitting or like whatever you want to call it, all week, the remainder until first pitch on Friday. Just approving everybody and getting them into the contest. Let's go. Join up.
Perfect. Yeah. Well, I appreciate everybody for listening. I'm submitting my picks right now.
Look at that. Look at how many people we have signed up that have not made their picks yet. So that's 77. We'll go way up once everyone gets
I think we're going to end up with at least 200. Like last year, we were at like 160 something. So it is a big contest. Most people wait until like the day before to sign up, which makes sense, or at least submit picks. And but yeah, we're expecting probably 200 this year, which is a good field.
This is our way. This is our way of making some money, doing all the work we do. We don't charge you guys for any of our ranking. If you guys want to check out the Prospect Big Board, any of the info, we don't charge for anything. I don't believe in charging for information. That's just the way I am. So
sign up through Patreon to play.
Video. There's stats. There's everything you guys can for the YouTube people. You can see on the screen. World Baseball Classic stuff. Go check those out. We got rosters everywhere. Go check out and have fun on the website. I am working on another big project that will hopefully be ready by first pitch on Friday. You can see where people went to school. Shout out Enrique Bradfield playing for Panama. So there's lots of stuff on the website to check out. The mid-major 25 prospect board will be coming out tomorrow night or Thursday.
Let's go.
So a lot of good stuff will be on the website. You guys check all that out and get signed up for the contest, because you're going to regret if you're not. And we probably are going to have an ACC SEC conference play only Survivor Challenge. So stay tuned. Thank you for the support, and thank you for listening. And thank you for your attention.
Well said. Very, very well said, Dimitri. All right, we will be back Sunday night to recap the weekend. We will also release an updated mid-major top 25 on Sunday night as well. We appreciate everybody for listening, and go get signed up for this weekend series pick'em competition.